Hello everybody, my name is Brandon. Welcome back to the channel. I'm here today with another recent movie haul, and this is basically going to be everything else that I picked up in the past month or so. So if you want to see everything I grabbed, definitely check back to some older videos. I don't like to really show a single pickup in more than one video. If you guys want that to change, please let me know down in the comments below. But if you check out some of the recent videos, you will be able to see everything that I grabbed this past month or so. So definitely check those out if you're interested. Today though, I have about 14 other movies that just didn't fit into any of the other videos, so I figured I would talk about them now. I have DVDs, Blu-ray, and 4K movies, and we'll talk about them in that order. So, like I said, there's 14 to talk about, so let's not waste any more time at all. Let's dive right in. I will mention that I do have a full Dollar Tree haul video that I did recently, but I went back yesterday and found one more that I had to pick up. So this is Election Day on DVD, and this one was released in 2007, it looks like, which is interesting. So it's pretty outdated at this point, but that's okay. I'm sure it'll be interesting to watch. So this is a documentary about like what it's like on the street level in order to, you know, complete an election day here in the States. So it looks really interesting. Like the election process fascinates me, so I'm sure that I will get a kick out of this one. But yeah, if you guys have seen this, let me know. I've never even heard of it before, so when I came across it at the dollar store, I absolutely had to grab it. But yeah, so Election Day from 2007 is another one I grabbed from Dollar Tree on DVD this month. This one is pretty cool because I actually ended up going back to Menards this past month, and they had this sale going on where it was like everything you can fit in a bag is like 15% off or something. So I figured it'd be a good time to pick up some things that I'd wanted. And this is one of those, but I didn't make a full Menards haul just because there's only 3 things, so that's not very good for a video. So I'm including it now. This is Jumanji, the complete animated series. So there are 3 seasons and 40 episodes on here, and this is another Mill Creek release. So, you know, the quality might be questionable, but hey, for the price, like, that's okay. This was $5 with 15% off, so that's really good for 3 seasons. And this, it has to be done by the same people that did the Wild Thornberrys, because if you just look at the animation style, like, it looks identical. So I have to imagine it's done by them. I haven't verified that, but maybe I will and can let you know down here. But yeah, so this looks really good. I don't know that I ever watched this when I was younger, so it'll be interesting to see how it holds up now. So Jumanji, the complete animated series, grabbed from Menards, and this is 3 seasons, so 40 episodes of this series. The last DVD I grabbed was one that I've been searching for quite some time now and just could not find in stores near me. I should clarify that. When I found it in stores, it was always a full screen version of the movie, which of course I'm not interested in. But finally at Disc Replay, I grabbed it in widescreen. And this is one that is not available on Blu-ray, if you can believe it, which is crazy given the director. But this is M. Night Shyamalan's The Village. So I am a gigantic Signs fan. Like, I'll be honest, it's probably one of my top 10 favorite films of all time. And so, you know, keep that in mind. But I was super excited about this one coming out because it came out after Signs. So I remember there was like this documentary that was done on M. Night Shyamalan, which of course ended up being like a fake documentary. It was like discovering M. Night Shyamalan or finding M. Night Shyamalan. I don't know, but it was very clearly just a hype package for his next film. And it worked on me. Like, I was just finishing up high school when this came out. So this had to be like 2004, I guess. And I remember like sitting in the theater talking with my buddy about it and just being so excited to watch this movie and then being so disappointed with it. And I don't think I've seen it since I saw it in theaters. So I want to give it another shot. It is a very typical M. Night Shyamalan film, but it didn't do it for me, unfortunately, but I'm going to give it another shot. And because I've been searching for it for so long to give it another shot, I was so thrilled when I finally found the widescreen version of it, up top there, rather, when I finally found the widescreen version of it at my local Disc Replay. So very cool to have this one in the collection, and hopefully we'll get a Blu-ray or even a 4K release of this sometime in the near future. So The Village from M. Night Shyamalan. Let's move over to the Blu-rays I grabbed. The first one is another one from Menards, and it is a Mill Creek release. You can see it has like the VHS slip cover there, which is always, however I do that, which is how, that way, which is always cool. So this is Sheena. And actually, Tanya Roberts just passed away in January, I believe it was. So, you know, I definitely wanted to grab this one to have it in my collection. I've never seen it, but I'm, you know, thinking that this might be a little bit more difficult to find, given the fact that she passed. So I definitely wanted to pick it up when I saw it. So this is another one that was in like the $5 bin, and then I got 15% off on top of it. But yeah, should be pretty interesting. I like Tanya Roberts and other things I've seen her in, but I've not seen this one. So very excited to check this one out on Blu-ray and see how the picture quality is. And then the other one from Menards, the last one from Menards, is Krull. I mentioned in a book haul recently that I picked up the novelization to this, and so I wanted to grab it on Blu-ray, and I knew that my local Menards had it for $10, but with the 15% off, it was cheaper. So I ended up picking it up there, and very happy that I did. Have not opened this one yet. Haven't opened like any of these yet, I don't think. But yeah, so Krull with the cool VHS slipcover, another one from Mill Creek Entertainment. So I like these slipcovers quite a bit. They're just very nostalgic, so it's always fun. So Krull and Sheena were the other two I grabbed from Menards. This one was a favorite of mine, and I watched it again, and I actually have a review of it here on the channel, so check that out if you want to hear my full thoughts. But this is Accepted, which was finally released on Blu-ray in January, and I'm so glad I grabbed it. It was only like $8, $9 when I picked it up. I think it's up to a whopping $10 now, so it's definitely worth it. But the Blu-ray was very well done. I think the picture quality is great. There are special features that have been almost all ported over from the original DVD. There are a couple music videos that are missing. I'm sure it's a licensing thing, but yeah, I love this movie. It is such a fun college flick. Like, definitely recommend this one. So, Accepted on Blu-ray. And again, there is a full Blu-ray review of this on the channel here. So check that out if you want to hear my full thoughts on this one. A couple more here from Best Buy. We have The Green Mile starring Tom Hanks. And this is a film that I've seen probably a couple times now, and I've always loved it. It, of course, is a Stephen King adaptation, but this is one of the best Stephen King adaptations out there. Like, the acting in this is just phenomenal across the board, and the story is just so, I don't know, so touching and heartwarming and messed up all at the same time. Like, this is a wonderfully made film, probably one of the best Stephen King adaptations you can find. So I was very happy to have it on Blu-ray. And I actually wasn't even planning on picking this up. I went into Best Buy to pick up something from my my gift card haul that I posted recently. And this, I just stumbled across it. It was only $5. So I figured, you know what? This is a movie I've always enjoyed, and I don't own it. So I might as well add it to the collection. So The Green Mile is another one I grabbed from Best Buy for only $5. Speaking of Blu-rays that I picked up just kind of randomly browsing Best Buy, that's what happened with this one as well. This is 12 Strong. So this is part of an idea that I have to do something with like the 2010s war films. To me, there seem to be quite a lot of them, and this is one of them. This, of course, is takes place after, like, right after 9/11. There were, I guess, 12 men that ended up going to war based on what they saw on September 11th. So yeah, very interested in this one. Chris Hemsworth is phenomenal, so I'm very intrigued to see how this one is. But again, the reason I bought this was very specific because I want it for that hopefully video idea I do sometime this year. But yeah, so 12 Strong was one I needed and I couldn't find on Amazon. I gave up on it. I just removed it from the list of ones I wanted to watch, and then I happened to walking through the aisles, I stumbled across it in Best Buy. So slipcover and everything, which I love, and it was only $7, so of course I had to grab it. So 12 Strong, and this one, let's see when this one was released, had to be in the 2010s at some point. I want to say like 2016, 2017, somewhere around there. The last Blu-ray on this haul here is one I grabbed on release day from Amazon. I actually had it pre-ordered the minute I found out that it was coming out on Blu-ray. And this is a Shudder original. This is Spiral. So this is a film that I watched, I think it was in October last year, and I loved it. This is such a good movie. So this was one that just barely missed my honorable mentions because I wanted to kind of, pare it down a little bit, but I still think this one is definitely worth your time. I'm so excited to own it on Blu-ray now. There is an interview with the writer and an on-the-set documentary or featurette, but I wish there was more, to be honest with you. Like, I like this one a heck of a lot. So I'm really intrigued to check this one out. Another one I hope to do a Blu-ray review on, just to see if it's, worth owning in the physical form or if the streaming on Shudder is enough. But love this movie. I should mention this is basically about a gay couple that move into this small town. It takes place in like the early to mid 90s. So the fact that they are a gay couple is relevant to the story, which is why I mentioned it. But one of the men witnesses something weird going on across the street, and then things kind of spiral from there. So it's very well done. I found it very interesting. So definitely recommend this one if you're interested in, horror films, or if it sounds like something up your alley. So Spiral from 2020 is another Blu-ray I grabbed this month, and one that hopefully I will be doing a Blu-ray review on really soon. Let's wrap this up with some 4K movies I grabbed this month. So this one's super random, but it was only $8 for the 4K. I bought this used at Disc Replay. This is Central Intelligence, which I love these two actors, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and Kevin Hart. I love them very much. So I figure I will probably get a kick out of this one because they always make me laugh. So I ended up grabbing Central Intelligence for only $8. Like, that's a really good deal for, even though it's used, it's still a really good deal for a 4K disc. So happy to have this one in the collection. The other 4K disc I grabbed from Disc Replay that same day is the 30th anniversary edition of Glory on 4K. So this is a movie that I've heard a lot about. I mean, the cast is phenomenal. Matthew Broderick, Morgan Freeman, Denzel Washington, Carrie Ells. Like, it has an excellent cast, so I'm sure it's going to be enjoyable. But it is another war film, and yeah, I've heard really good things, so I had to pick it up. This was another one that was only like $11.99 or $10.99 or something, so it was notably cheaper than it is on Amazon, so I picked it up. Why not? So another one for the 4K collection. The 30th anniversary edition of Glory. The rest of these were just new items, but they were on sale this past month. So the first one is Ex Machina. This is a movie that I have heard so much about, and I'm sure I will like it. Like, it's something right up my alley. This AI kind of basically, I think, like, comes to life, if you will. I don't know exactly, but that's the idea I have of it going in, which is enough for me. But this is normally like a $10 4K. It dropped down to $7.50. Like, I can't pass up this $7.50 4K disc anymore. One thing I will mention is that there is no HDR on this, which is pretty disappointing, and probably why this disc is usually so cheap. But for $7.50, I figured why not? I honestly, yeah. So it turns out I do own this one on Blu-ray already, and I still haven't watched it, but that's okay. I now have the 4K disc, so I'm sure this is going to be the best way to watch this, even if it doesn't have HDR. So very interested in checking out Ex Machina. It's one of my buddies, one of his favorites from recent times, so I'm sure it'll be pretty enjoyable. So Ex Machina I grabbed for $7.50 from Amazon. This next one was also on sale on Amazon last month, and frankly, until it went on sale for like $10, I think it was, I was never interested in it because I'd never read the synopsis, but I did end up reading the synopsis, and it sounds really good. So this is called Queen and Slim, and I believe this one came out in 2017. But if you can see there, it actually stars the gentleman from Get Out, who is fantastic in that movie. His name is Daniel Kaluuya. I may be butchering that, but it also has Jodie Turner-Smith, who frankly I don't know, but hopefully she'll be pretty good. So first off, this slipcover is really nice. This matte finish with the green looks really cool. The synopsis is kind of in a weird way back there, which is interesting. But so this one is about our two main characters here. I believe he ends up having to defend himself, and in order to do that, he has to kill this cop who has stopped them. So because of that, they go on the run. So it sounds really interesting. It sounds very, current. So I'm very intrigued to check out this one. So Queen and Slim I grabbed for only $10 on 4K, which is a really good deal. So I'm hoping to get to this one pretty soon. And the last disc I grabbed last month is one that finally went on sale. It's a newer disc, but it was like $30 when it came out. Fortunately, I was a little bit patient and waited about a month or so, and it dropped down to $20, which is where I wanted to pay for it. So this is the Christopher Nolan film from 2020, Tenet. So first off, this slipcover is awesome. I think it's such a cool slipcover. But this one has been getting a lot of mixed reviews. Some people have said that it's just too confusing to understand. Others have said that they explain the whole thing. Why is it confusing? But one of the big critiques I hear is about the sound design on it. Apparently, it was just hard to hear some of the dialogue in the theaters. And so I'm interested to see how it comes on my my Dolby Atmos soundbar system that I have. That said, this does not actually have a Dolby Atmos track, which is pretty disappointing. This is just a DTS HD 5.1 track. So still, I'm sure it's going to sound pretty good because it's going to be, a lot of shootouts, things like that. So I'm sure it'll be fine. But yeah, so very excited to check this out. The Dolby Vision on this, I've heard, is fantastic. So just the picture quality is supposed to be great. So yeah, very excited to check this one out. I'm a big Christopher Nolan fan, and this is one I've yet to see. So of course, I will be checking this one out soon. So Tenet from 2020 is the last 4K disc I ended up grabbing last month. All right, and there they are. That is everything else that I grabbed recently in terms of movies. So if you want to see everything I grabbed, I do have a Dollar Tree haul that's already posted. I have a gift card haul that either is posted or will be posted shortly, so check those out. I also have my book haul, of course, so check all of that out if you want to see everything I grabbed in the world of media recently. So thank you guys so much for watching this one, and let me know down in the comments below, have you seen any of these? Anything worth prioritizing? Anything that I kind of wasted my money on? Let me know down in the comments comments below. I love having more of a conversation with you guys down there and hearing your recommendations because you guys rarely steer me wrong, so I always appreciate that. As always, if you guys did enjoy this video, please consider subscribing to Cinefessions here on YouTube. And if not, well, thanks for watching this one. I really do appreciate that. Alright guys, so that's going to do it for today. Again, I just want to say thank you all so much for watching, and I want to encourage you to consume some media today. I'll catch you next time.